probably a very short video about on apps and Assetto Corsa and frame rates. And then just, this is a little bit nerdy, whatever, but there's some code in here that's going to dump some information to the console. I think it was the console and the log, whatever. But in this instance, we're just going to be viewing it in the console. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start up a hot lapping session. And this thing's basically going to tell us how many times every second my app in Assetto Corsa is being called by Assetto Corsa. So you'll see here, this is crazy, I know, but I'm demonstrating something. And so we have this counter over here, and again, the app, the local time, wherever it happens to be. Hold on, where'd I put it? Buried under all these things. Or maybe I turned it off. Oh, here it is. Alright. So this is my local time app that I wrote, so I know what time it is here, where I am. And this app is dumping out, how many times every second Assetto Corsa is calling it to do some work. So, as you can see, I'm going to turn on all the apps just to demonstrate something. Alright, so you'll see my frame rate here is about 170 or something, right? And my app is getting called, I'm guessing, once per frame. In terms of like 170 frames a second, the app's getting called 170 times a second to do work. So if the app's not smart enough to know, hey, I don't need to update the screen 170 times a second because who's going to see that? Then the app itself could be doing a lot more work than it needs to be doing. And you'll see that my frame rate here is 170-ish, which is completely respectable. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not doing anything. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I've got all these apps on the screen. So just to sort of make my point, the apps that you have on screen will directly relate or will directly affect your frame rates. So I'm going to turn some apps off. Oops, I'm going to leave that one on because that's showing us what our frame rate is. And as I turn these apps off, my frame rate's going to go up. So now I'm at the 450 frames a second. So by turning off some apps, I increased my frame rates from 170 to 440. And I think that type of change is probably going to be, the percentage of change would be the same regardless of what your frame rates were, roughly, I think. So just something to note. If you make apps, you may want to put some sort of some logic inside the app to say, I don't need to update the screen 440 times a second. Like in this instance, you could get away with only updating the screen once a minute. Like whenever my string changes, update the screen. Otherwise, there's no need to update it. It can just be what it is. So anyway, that's my nerdy video in terms of Assetto Corsa apps. I hope someone finds this information useful.